The word translation sounds complicated, but it's actually the easiest movement in geometry. It just means to slide a shape. The shape doesn't flip, it doesn't spin, and it doesn't change size. It just hitches a ride to a new spot on the grid. Let's look at the three secrets to mastering this so you can stay ahead of the class. First, we need to understand direction and distance. To slide any shape, you need to know exactly which way to go and how far. We use our standard x and y axes for this. Horizontal moves happen along the x-axis. Moving right is positive and moving left is negative. Vertical moves happen along the y-axis. Moving up is positive and moving down is negative. Keep those directions straight and you can't fail. Next, let's look at moving vertices, which is the visual way to solve translation on a grid. You don't try to move the whole triangle at once. You move it point by point. If your problem says translate 5 units right and 3 units down, start at vertex A, count 5 squares right, 3 squares down, and draw your new point. Label it A with a little tick mark. That tick mark is called prime notation, and it shows this is the new image after the slide. Do the exact same count for B and C, connect the dots, and your new triangle perfectly appears. Now that we know how to slide a shape by counting grid squares, let's look at how to do this exact same process using pure math without needing a graph at all. When you don't have a coordinate plane in front of you, you can rely on two simple rules for your coordinates. First, because the x-axis controls horizontal movement, sliding a shape to the right means you add to your x-coordinate, and sliding to the left means you subtract from your x-coordinate. Second, because the y-axis controls vertical movement, sliding a shape up means you add to your y coordinate, and sliding down means you subtract from your y coordinate. Let's look at how this applies to our example from earlier. If we take any starting point with the coordinates x comma y and we want to translate it right 5 and down 3, we just apply our rules directly to the variables. Moving right 5 means we add 5 to the x, and moving down 3 means we subtract 3 from the y. This gives us a universal math rule that looks like this. Let's break that down piece by piece so it makes perfect sense. The first part, xy, represents your starting point on the shape. That little arrow in the middle simply means turns into or moves to. And the final part, open parenthesis x plus h comma y plus k close parenthesis, represents your ending point where h and k are just regular numbers telling you the distance and direction to move. Now, don't let those plus signs fool you. You won't always be adding. In math, the variables h and k are just placeholders for the numbers the translation gives you. Think of h as your horizontal shift and k as your vertical shift. If you are sliding to the right or up, h and k will be positive numbers, so you add them. But if you are sliding to the left or down, h and k become negative numbers. And remember, adding a negative number is the exact same thing as subtracting a positive. Let's see how this works in action with a brand new translation. Imagine we are given a triangle with vertices at A with the coordinates 2, 4, B with the coordinates 5, 7, and C with the coordinates 1, 1. And we are told to translate this entire shape 3 units right and 2 units up. Without drawing a single grid line, we can build our math rule. Since right means add to x, our x rule is x plus 3. Since up means add to y, our y rule is y plus 2. Now, we just do the arithmetic for each vertex one by one. For point A, we add 3 to 2 to get 5 and add 2 to 4 to get 6, giving us the point A prime with the coordinates 5, comma 6. For point B, we add 3 to 5 to get 8 and add 2 to 7 to get 9, giving us point B prime with the coordinates 8, 9. Finally, for point C, we add 3 to 1 to get 4 and add 2 to 1 to get 3, giving us our final vertex at point C prime with the coordinates 4, 3. By using algebra, you can calculate the exact ending position of any shape instantly, making you faster, more accurate, and completely independent of graph paper. Now you can slide any shape on a grid or with pure algebra. In our next lessons, we're going to tackle how to flip and turn shapes perfectly across the grid. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss those videos when they drop.